Hello world! Today I want to show you my finished sketchbook. It's actually the first one that I've ever finished. Like, you know the story, like you start a bunch of sketchbooks and you never really finish one. So I'm really proud of this one and I'm excited to show you the sketchbook. So I invite you to grab a cup of tea and let's just jump right into it. So this is the book. I started it in June 2021 and finished it in March of this year. Yeah. So the first page is just me in my room. I really enjoyed drawing all these little details on my desk and it was really fun, but the face is just awful and I don't know what happened. So let's just move on. Here we have some adorable lavender, but nothing too special. Here I practiced drawing some hands and I really like this page, especially like with the orange background. It really supports the composition and it's really cool. This is a building near where I live and it looks so cute and it's a little restaurant and I love these trees here. It's really cool. This was about like the contrast between like blue and red and this urban space and this calm beach area. Some random character. I really enjoyed drawing his outfit. It's really cute. Some random portraits. I really love how the backgrounds are just black and the colors of the portraits are so vibrant and strong. It's really cool. Here we have a really colorful landscape. Some mountains and fields. It was really fun to draw. Yeah. Oh, and this is probably the favorite of mine in this book. It's a little road in a town near where I grew up. And it was so much fun to paint this. And it looks amazing, I think. Also one of my favorite pages. This is a portrait of the singer of the band Ice Peak. And she just has this beautiful, interesting, very symmetrical face that I really love and enjoy drawing and painting. My friends. And I think some of the faces turned out a bit wonky, but I still love this page and yeah, it's so cute. This was at my friend's birthday party. I drew like all these little details and I didn't really know how to color it, so I just colored some of the most interesting details of the drawing and it's really cool. I don't really know what happened here. I planned to like take this portrait, this character, and like paint it in many different styles and light situations, and for some reason like the first one didn't really turn out so great and so I lost all motivation and just gave up and just drew some random stuff. Yeah. Some of my friends on their balcony, for some reason I didn't draw their faces. Here it's about the contrast between like some random people I saw at the train station in Leipzig. Really big city and like a really quiet and beautiful forest. And yeah, it's like the contrast, like quiet and loud and stuff. So here I painted some random shapes and gave them some outlines and drew whatever I saw on the shapes. Cute little bird. It was fun, yeah. This was from a photo I took in Shibuya, Tokyo. And actually I turned this side into a bigger painting, which I will show you. And yeah, here's some random food items that I really enjoyed in Japan. Here we went to the zoo in Leipzig with our friends, and we had to wait a while in front of the zoo before we could get in, and so I decided to draw the entrance gate and later some animals, and I really enjoyed drawing these flamingos, which is why I decided to fill an entire page with them, and it looks really cool. I had so much fun. Also one of my favorite pages. Here I was like inspired by the album Solar Power by Lord and like the colors and the vibe of the album, and so I drew this little drawing. Here we have some more random people at the train station. Yeah. I really like this one. This is just the building near where my boyfriend lives, and I really enjoy drawing buildings with all the little details. Here the topic of the page sort of was magic and wizards, and I created all these little drawings, and it's so much fun because there's so much the subject gives, so many possibilities. Yeah. This one is about like ignoring problems for a while, and then when you remember them, they only became bigger and worse than before. And yeah, it's about this like feeling of remembering them. This is one of my friends playing table tennis. Some poses. I didn't really like how it turned out, but I like the colors. Good combination, yeah. Here I was cycling in the nature, and like the most interesting things I saw on that day were cows and mushrooms, and so I decided to paint some cows and mushrooms. Here I practiced drawing some hands in this like special light situation. Oh, and this is also one of my favorite pages. It's so much fun to look at it, and it was also so much fun to draw it. It's some of my favorite music videos, and it was so challenging because each of these drawings is so tiny, and the details are even tinier, and the faces sometimes look a bit weird, but it was really hard to draw so tiny, and it was so much fun, but also exhausting, which is why I just had to scribble some random stuff on the next page just to relax a little. Yeah. Here I don't really know why I drew this, but yeah, I think I like the water and the reflection and yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah. This is about one of my favorite albums or art works by The Caretaker, and I really love the contrast between like the black and white objects or props and the background with the flowing colors. It looks really nice. There's some random poses just to practice a little. Here we have some fish. And at first I intended to draw mermaids, but it didn't work for some reason on that day for me. So I decided to create some fish, and it looks really nice. Also one of my favorite pages. Here I had to spend some time at the hospital, and this was like my room, my bed, and my view. Yeah, also this is me on the hospital bed, and yeah. Here I was in the mood to draw something, so I looked through my phone and looked for like a picture or reference that I could draw, and I found this screenshot, and for some reason I decided to draw the entire screenshot. I thought it would be fun. Yeah, and I added some lyrics from Bring Me the Horizon. Next we have some fantasy buildings with a lot of tiny things to discover. I really like it. Some hands again, like when you hold your hands against the sunlight, it shines orange through your skin, and that's really interesting. That was a room in the hospital. I had to wait there for a while, and so I drew this little scene. Here I tried the same thing as like before with the magic thing, and this time the topic was like sports, but I quickly lost interest and motivation, so I just stopped, and yeah, it's not finished, but I think that's okay. Here I tried some outfits in like this dark blue, dark green, red and yellow, but I don't really like how it turned out, except for this one. A little jungle, and it was really fun to invent like all these fantasy like leaves and plants, and I hid some tiny creatures, which is really fun to like search for them. Some people knitting and me drawing them, and some people playing cards and me drawing them. Yeah. Another very colorful landscape with like cool patterns and colors. Here I just started with this like dark blue shape, and I didn't really know what I was going for. I just started, and it turned out to be like this little city. Yeah. Also here I just started with like one eye, and I just kept drawing eyes, and I really love rainbows, so that's what that is. I don't really like this page, maybe except for this detail here. Yeah. I really love this page though. I love this dark blue and the contrast with these like red and green roses here. It's really cool. This is my bathroom. I really love this page. It's one of my favorites. I just love drawing like scenes with a lot of tiny details. Some hands. A bit weird, a bit too yellow maybe. These are like the colors I see when I listen to the albums Melodrama and Solar Power by Lord. Yeah. A portrait of Ollie Sykes by Bring Me the Horizon. I really like the style here. A fantasy fountain thingy with lots of fantasy plants. It was really fun to invent all these plants and create them rainbow colors. Yeah, really like it. This was when Stromae released a new music video, and it was really inspired by these very strong and expressive poses in the music video, so I decided to draw them. This was like supposed to be draw my life or something, like some memories and some scenes, some parts of my life, but I didn't really like the style, and somehow I wasn't really motivated to continue. Maybe I'll try it in another sketchbook, but in a different style, but I just leave this here. Some hand lettering. Yeah. A YouTuber that I really like. She's really iconic. Some random people in my city that I saw out of my window, and some people who at a birthday party of my friend. Yeah, this was for a design challenge for a movie poster, and I just collected some ideas here. I don't really know what happened here. I just thought it would be cool to like draw with a ball pen, but it didn't really turn out too great, and I hate this page. Some random character. I like the gradient here, but besides that I don't really like it. Some character who's in some kind of trouble. And I really love this combination, black and red and white. It's very strong. Yeah. Some random faces. Kinda like it, especially this one. Yeah, I drew this when I was watching Harry Potter. I don't really like how it turned out, except for Luna. Yeah, that was just some random ideas for a logo. Yeah, nothing too special. Some cute animals eating melons. Doesn't really look finished though, but I lost motivation to continue, I guess. This and the next page also was from this, like, we have this little booklet that my parents bought on our holiday back in the 90s, and I decided to paint some of the landscapes. I especially love this one. Here was planning for a painting, and I tried some different colors and hairstyles. Also here I tried out some different outfits that looked interesting. Still planning for the painting at first, but then it turned out to be like just practicing some hands. Yeah. So this one is funny because this was like supposed to be like the background for the drawing, but I mixed this color and I decided that I love this color so much that I don't want to draw anything on it, so it's just the color. Yeah. Some more hand glittering. This one was from a music video that I really liked by Hertz, and like the lighting in the video is just so strong and expressive, and the contrasts are really great. Some random people I saw in Nuremberg, and some pigeons. Oof, this one is really awful. Like 2 of my friends playing table tennis, but like the arms and everything is just way too long. This one is much better though. Yeah. Here I just wrote down some ideas and tested colors. Yeah, and that's it. That's the sketchbook. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. And I hope you have a great day.